Hello. Maayong adlaw. Good day, tourists. I am Jomar Villamara from Cebu Travel and Tours, and I'll be your tour guide for today's virtual historical tour to the historic resort city in Cebu, known as Mactan Island, Lapu City. But before we start the tour, please be reminded with all safety protocols and guidelines so that this trip will be highly safe and enjoyable. You just have to remember the word Cebu, for S stands for synchronized. Synchronize your time to my time so that no one will be left behind. Time check, it's already 10:40 a.m. U is for understand that when you hear the whistle blowing once, your time starts to roam around the vicinity and enjoy, and when you hear the whistle blowing twice, our time is out and we need to head back to the bus for the next destination. Third is G. It is for groups. You need to practice body-body system so that no one will get lost during our tour. Next is B for backpack. We got you covered from the first aid kits, toiletry, and alcohol for everyone. Last is O for observe. Let us observe the beauty and richness of the history by not doing any harm to it, because a good traveler leaves no trace behind. I'm so excited for the tour, and I believe all of you as well. But before that, let's have a temperature check and do a head count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. Welcome to our first destination, Santo Niño de Cebu, Mactan Parish Church. Don't you know that Santo Niño de Cebu Mactan is very well known by its roof's shape imitating Ferdinand Magellan's hat, who was a Portuguese explorer who organized the Spanish expedition to the East Indies and brought Catholicism in the Philippines. It was on August 26, 1996 that the Cardinal signed the Episcopal decree making the church a parish. Preview. Welcome to our second destination, Lapu City Public Market. Did you know that the street where the Lapu City Public Market is located, namely Calle Mangubat Street, is already named as one during the Spanish colonial period? It is a name after Datu Mangubat, the former ruler of Mactan during the Spanish Reconquista of the Philippine archipelago by Miguel Lopez de Legazpi. It is now one of the two oldest roads in island of Mactan. Lapu City Public Market was the city's first and oldest public market. Next up is Mactan Cebu International Airport. The runway was built by the United States Air Force in 1956 as an emergency airport at the Strategic Air Command bombers, and it was known as the Mactan Air Base. It remained its port and outpost until the Vietnam War in the 1960s, when it became a base for a C-130 unit of the U.S. Air Force. In the mid-1960s, the civilian airport was opened to replace the now closed Lapu Airport. Tourists, welcome to our next destination, which is the Nuestra Señora Virgen de Regla Church. Nuestra Señora Virgen de Regla Church was believed built between 1735 to 1744. The first image of Virgin de la Regla brought to Upon was a painting. It was brought by Father Francisco Avalle when he was installed as its first parish priest in 1735. The painting was originally from the monastery of Nuestra Señora de la Regla in Chipionia, Andalusia, Spain. In 1954, the patroness of Upon was put in the limelight. The year was declared as the Marian year, and the shrine of the Virgin de la Regla was designated as the official pilgrimage place for the Archdiocese of Cebu. Today, the Virgin de la Regla stands as a symbol and pride of the island. It is the patron saint of Lapu City, and its fiesta is celebrated every November 21. That was a quiet tour. How are you, tourists? Still kicking? Yes, we should, because we are not done yet. Get your cameras ready for a last but nevertheless destination, the highlight of the land of Lapu City, the Mactan Shrine. Mactan Shrine commemorates the Battle of Mactan that took place in 1521 between the Spanish and the Visayan in the Central Philippines native people in April 1521, and along with paintings and plaques about the battle, it also contains two other important shrines, the Lapu Shrine and the Magellan Shrine. Magellan Shrine was raised to Ferdinand Magellan, the Portuguese navigator who commanded the Spanish fleet sent out by the Spanish King Charles I in 1519 to find a western sea route to Asia. The Magellan Monument was built in 1866 by the Spanish colonial rulers of the Philippines. On one side, Magellan's name is written in the original Portuguese language. On the second side, in a dedication to Spanish glory. On the third side, in the name of the Spanish governor of the Philippines at the time, Don Miguel Cruz. And on the fourth side is the name of the Spanish monarch of the time, Queen Isabel II. Although Magellan is now regarded by the many Filipino historians as the enemy who was killed by the national hero Lapu-Lapu, Magellan is still remembered as the person who brought Christianity to the Philippines and as commander of the fleet which achieved the first ever circumnavigation of the earth. Meters away from the Magellan Shrine is no other than our very own Lapu-Lapu Shrine. The Lapu-Lapu Shrine is a 20-meter high bronze statue of the Lapu-Lapu, the Filipino warrior king who commanded the native forces that fought the invading Spanish forces in the Battle of Mactan in 1521 and killed their leader, the navigator Ferdinand Magellan. The Lapu-Lapu statue is said to be on the exact spot where the battle was fought and where Magellan was killed. The statue shows Lapu-Lapu holding a sword in one hand and a shield on the other, which are said to have been used by Lapu-Lapu in his combat with Magellan. History records that Lapu-Lapu was the first Philippine native to resist foreign invasion and colonization. As such, he is regarded as the first national hero of the Philippines. In honor of that Lapu-Lapu, Lapu-Lapu City celebrates Kadaugan sa Mactan Festival every April 27, reenacting the victory of the Oponganons. Tourists, it's time to head back to the bus because we're going back to the hotel. So in behalf of Cebu Travel and Tours, I am very thankful for choosing us to be part of your unforgettable trip here in Mactan Island / Lapu-Lapu City. I hope we had experienced the beautiful and richness of history here in Lapu-Lapu City. Thank you, goodbye tourists, keep safe, and God bless.